let's go to Oregon. We've not been to Oregon hardly ever at all. We've never camped there. And so we're going to Crater Lake for 5 months. And, well, what did I just figure out, Michelle?
There is 9 feet of snow on the ground. What have we gotten ourselves into now?
Something really deep.
Good thing we have boots.
For the past 4 months, we've been in southern Arizona volunteering for the Arizona State Parks in desert conditions. And for some reason, we decided we enjoy this work camping, so let's go to Oregon. We've not been to Oregon hardly ever at all. We've never camped there. And so we're going to Crater Lake for 5 months. And, well, what did I just figure out, Michelle?
There is 9 feet of snow on the ground. Still.
So we're leaving Arizona, warm desert conditions, and heading into 9 feet of snow.
Good thing we have snow equipment still.
Right. If you didn't know, we're actually Michigan natives, originally from Michigan. So we did decide, even though the idea was to chase 75 degrees,
right,
we thought we might need snow gear, but we hoped we didn't.
Well, we'll see what's there when we get there. Maybe it'll all melt.
But now, Michelle, I think we can probably put on our warm weather gear and finish packing up and getting ready to go.
Yeah, I think we gotta go.
Today's moving day, and it's been about 4 months since we've taken Gemini or Airstream anywhere. We've been at Kartchner Caverns, and it's been a great experience being here. We're on our way. We're going to make our way north, eventually to Oregon for the summer, where we found out that there's 9 feet of snow where we're going. So it's pretty interesting. We're going to be leaving these nice warm conditions for that, but it is a little trepidatious getting everything ready for travel today, and when we haven't traveled in a long time. What are you up to?
Packing up the inside. We're gonna move for the first time in 4 months, and I'm trying to remember what all I have to do.
So I'm kind of nervous about leaving. I mean, driving, I guess, towing, because it's been, like you said, 4 months.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous too, but it's a short day. I think that was smart to just go short ways so that we can kind of get it back into our rhythm, But also, you always say when you get going, you're like, oh, yeah, this is like riding a bicycle. I'm just get back on. So we just have to get back on.
We're going to try to do a really good flush of the black and gray tanks since we've been here so long. The black tank, I actually never have any problem with the sensors on the black tank. They were really good because we have that flush valve, the Airstream does, to keep everything cleaned out, and I do a backfill and all and clean that. It's the gray tank that's always the issue because I can't really flush it out the same. So we're going to try a couple different things. I'm going to use some pine cleanser in the gray tank. I'm going to put pretty much a whole bottle down before we travel with a little bit of water and kind of let that slide wash around, and hopefully that'll start to dissolve any kind of the soap, scum, or anything that's been left in there. Michelle's reporting that the drain too, the kitchen sink drain, is starting to smell a little bit. If that doesn't seem to fix that, because I'll pour most of it down that drain, so it'll help sterilize that, try to keep some in that trap as we travel. If it doesn't fix that, I may actually pull the trap apart and clean that. If you've never pulled a trap out of a sink, just be warned, it is gross. It is disgusting. It doesn't matter what sink it is, if it's a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink, the greases, the soaps, and just the bacteria that all gather there get pretty darn foul. And of course, because it's been so long since we've towed, checklist, very, very important. And I'm going to go through the checklist and make sure all the things we need to do before we leave are checked off and, in fact, even double checked. And then, of course, with torque wrenches, you always relieve the pressure off of them before you put them into storage. I think we have it now.
It's going to just miss the passenger. Let's try it.
Far enough in the hook.
That's it.
Pull the parking brake on, and then I can connect all the stuff back there. That checklist is so important. It's one of those things that if you forget it, I forgot before, and I started to raise the trailer, and the stabilizers are still down. And you can tear out the floor, do all kinds of damage. So it's critical that you have a checklist of some type to make sure you know what you're doing, especially if you park for a long amount of time.
Our epic journey unfolds from southern Arizona to snowy Crater Lake. Today, we embark on our first stop, Roper Lake State Park.
This is going to be my first time backing up in a long time, like 4 months. Make sure the parking brake is off. Got our sight scoped out. Wait till you see how pretty this is. This is amazing.
Let's look at it there. I think that looks good. Let me walk around next.
We're off level, 1/4 to a 1/2 an inch driver's side low. I don't think we need to do anything for that.
Okay.
For that side.
Yeah, that's pretty minimal.
Yeah, it says 1/2 inch driver's side low. So then, just like when we left, I'm going to need to double check my checklist because it's been so long since we've set up. 4 months. That's a long time at one place. Have you guys ever been that long in any one place? That's the longest we've ever been. Now, we'll be 2 nights here. Before we go, we're going to be doing some dry camping for a few nights. We're going to test out our new lithium batteries, the Watt Cycle batteries, and we'll see how those are going to do for us in a total dry camping situation. And we're going to meet up with some friends there too. But let's get ourselves set up here for now. I've really been struggling trying to find a good camp table. We had one that was okay, and then it actually disintegrated. It died. It was aluminum, like this one, but the top was all held together with little elastic bands. And if you're like me and you cook it all, those bands kind of wear out. So I spent a long time looking for another table, and I came across this one. And this just seems so easy to set up and so easy to use. These all snap. These little guides to make sure it fits all right. And these legs are adjustable for height. I've had to quite a few times use blocks, the Lego blocks, under our table that I set up the Blackstone on because it's unlevel. So these have just these really simple leveling legs. So let's set this up right here because we're gonna be cooking some steaks tonight. Let me get the top and I'll show you what I mean about this. So many other tops have, like I said, those elastic bands. This is almost like a bicycle chain, how this goes through, and these all hinge together. Super easy to set up. Watch this. There's the loops right here that go right over those 3 supports. Like that. And this side has these snaps, and they just snap right down. That's it. It's stable. We're done. And there's a net that we can hang underneath this as well to support some of our grill tools or different things. And to make our cooking even more convenient, I've converted the Blackstone to run off of the Quick Connect LP hookup on the Airstream.